Factsverse presents 14 movies that totally shattered celebrity marriages. You ever watched a movie and saw two people on screen with real chemistry? You ever wondered if that chemistry was maybe real? Real-life couples are rarely cast in the same film to play lovers, so it makes you wonder if something's going on off-screen that was as hot as what's happening on-screen. There have been times where the on-screen couples did get together and they were both single when it happened, which was fine. But there are other times when one or both of the actors were in a relationship or even married to somebody else, and then they got together with their co-star. Here are 14 movies that totally shattered celebrity marriages. Before we get into our list, tell us, what is your favorite celebrity couple? Tell us in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Cleopatra, Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor. While filming Cleopatra, Elizabeth Taylor was married to Eddie Fisher and Richard Burton was married to Sybil Williams. In the beginning, these two hated each other. Elizabeth called Richard brutish and boorish, and his nickname for Elizabeth was Miss Tits. But when they had their first on-screen kiss, the director called cut, but they kept kissing. After that, they were in love. When word of their scandalous kiss got out, their marriages ended, and they married each other. Their first marriage lasted 10 years, and then they got divorced. But they remarried later, but that marriage only lasted a year. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. When Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie filmed Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad was married to Jennifer Aniston, and they were Hollywood's golden couple. While filming the movie, Brad fell in love with Angelina. She claims that she had no interest because he was a married man, but, well, everybody knew better. Jennifer filed for divorce a few months before the movie premiered, citing irreconcilable differences. A month after Jennifer filed for divorce, Brad and Angelina were caught by the paparazzi vacationing with Angelina's adopted son, Maddox. After years of being together and having 6 children, they are now divorced and moving on with their lives separately. By the Sea, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Decades after Angelina broke up the marriage between Brad and Jen, the film By the Sea tore apart their relationship. The movie chronicled the disintegration of a marriage, but for Brad and Angelina, it was real life. During production, rumors flew that Angelina's dark side poisoned her relationship during filming. A year after the movie was released, Angelina filed for divorce. So one movie brought Brad and Angelina together, the next movie tore them apart. Days of Thunder, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. When Tom and Nicole began filming Days of Thunder in 1990, Tom was married to Mimi Rogers. Their marriage was on the rocks because of his history of philandering. When he met Nicole, the two fell in love, and it was the end of his marriage to Mimi. Just 1 month into the production process, they were divorced, and Tom and Nicole married a month later. According to a former Scientology executive, the leader of the religion, David Miscavige, played a part in the divorce because he was involved in a feud with Mimi's father. Daredevil, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck. When Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck began filming Daredevil in 2002, Jennifer was married to Scott Foley, and Ben was engaged to Jennifer Lopez. At the time, there were no reports of any on-set liaisons, but later Ben admitted that he and Jennifer did fall in love while filming the movie. A year after Daredevil premiered, Ben ended his engagement to Jennifer Lopez. 2 months later, Jennifer divorced Scott Foley. They made their first appearance together at a Red Sox game in 2004. Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. When Green Lantern was filming, Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson, and Blake was dating Penn Badgley. While filming Green Lantern, the two were spotted getting cozy in New York City. Shortly after filming ended, Blake broke up with Penn and Scarlett divorced Ryan. In 2012, Ryan and Blake got married. House of Wax, Chad Michael Murray and Paris Hilton. When Paris and Chad were filming House of Wax, Chad was married to his One Tree Hill co-star Sophia Bush. Paris was dating Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. In 2006, Nick went on Ryan Seacrest's radio show and announced to the world that Paris hooked up with Chad while filming the movie. When the hookup took place, Chad and Sophia were only married for 5 months. She left, and they divorced a few months later. When Nick found out, he ended things with Paris. Northern Lights, Leann Rimes and Eddie Cibrian. When Leann and Eddie were filming Northern Lights, Leann was married to Dean Shermott, and Eddie was married to Brandy Glanville. While they were filming the movie, they cheated on their respective spouses and word got out about it. Shortly after the affair went public, they both divorced their spouses and then they got married in 2011. Titanic, James Cameron and Suzy Amos. The Titanic director was married to his fourth wife Linda Hamilton while Titanic was filming. They were only married for 9 months when he fell for Suzy Amos on set. Linda found out, and they tried to reconcile their marriage, but it was too much for Linda to get over, and they divorced. Shortly after the divorce, James married Suzy, who is his fifth wife, and they're still together. Proof of Life, Meg Ryan and Russel Crowe. When Meg and Russell were filming the kidnapping thriller Proof of Life, she was married to Dennis Quaid, and they shared a son named Jack. When Meg and Russell were caught cuddling together, Meg and Dennis's marriage ended. Meg and Dennis shared custody of Jack, and her relationship with Russell did not last long. Mind Over Murder, Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott. When Tori and Dean were filming the Lifetime movie Mind Over Murder, she was married to Charlie Shanian, and he was married to Mary Jo Eustace. The day they met, they spent the night together and agreed to leave their spouses. A year after meeting, they eloped to Fiji. He and Tori have 5 children together, but the relationship hasn't been perfect. A major cheating scandal occurred when Dean was shooting on location and it almost destroyed his marriage. They're still together, but things do appear to be very rocky. Stage Beauty, Billy Crudup and Claire Danes. When Billy and Claire were filming Stage Beauty, he was in his 8-year relationship with Mary Louise Parker. She was also 7 months pregnant with his child. When he left her for Claire, she was devastated. The relationship between Claire and Billy didn't last either. When asked about it years later, Claire admits to being in love with Billy and says that she had to explore it. She's sorry, though, that she didn't think of the consequences. Dream House, Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig. When filming Dream House, Rachel was in a 9-year relationship with Darren Aronofsky, and Daniel was engaged to Satsuki Mitchell. The two deny that they fell in love during filming, but they did each leave their respected partners, and then they were married 7 months after filming ended, so you put 2 and 2 together. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Kenneth Branagh and Helena Bonham Carter. When the movie was being filmed, Kenneth had been married to Emma Thompson for 5 years. The couple couldn't overcome their attraction, though, and they had an affair. When the news broke, Emma filed for divorce. Since then, the two have made their peace with one another. The Outlaw Josey Wales. While filming The Outlaw Josey Wales, Clint Eastwood was married to Maggie Johnson. During filming, he started an affair with his co-star Sandra Luck. Maggie divorced him, and he and Sandra moved in together. The relationship didn't last long, and Sandra moved out shortly after moving in. Subscribe for more.